now we've got to turn our attention to the scallywag of the week. This woman. I don't know how you can get any dumber than this human being, if it is a human being. I think the jury's still out on whether Nancy Pelosi is actually a human being or not. I mean, she's right next to the crackheads like Hank Johnson, that stupid Sheila Jackass Lee. She's a moron. That Barbara Boxer. I mean, the list goes on and on with these idiots. But I don't have to tell you people how idiotic this creature is. And I got to call it a creature. I'd like to call it a human. It almost looks like one. But it certainly doesn't act like one. Certainly doesn't talk like one. I mean, you ever heard this woman speak once? You know without a shadow of a doubt, this woman is stupid. She is a stupid, stupid creature. Beyond stupid. I mean, these people are sick ignorant. They're not just ignorant, but they're sick ignorant. Actually, I don't think it's ignorant. I think it's more devious. Ignorant simply means lack of knowledge. They know. They've got the knowledge. But they're refusing to use it or accept it. That's called stupid. Stupid means you have the knowledge, but you are refusing to use it or accept it. And this woman thinks that we're stupid enough to believe this crap. Well, she was on with CNN's Candy Crowley. Candy? That's another idiot. All right, we've got to play this nitwit here now, so you can have at least a chance to reorganize your dinner before the show ends, because you're going to lose your dinner. You're going to lose your dinner here in just a couple of minutes. Listen to the complete and total lack of conceptual understanding of what is actually happening in the world. Now, keep in mind, this thing, I guess you have to call it, was third in line of the presidency.
But let me just say that any missile that comes from someplace has a return address. And if Israel is responding to that address, then it's a shame that the Palestinians are using, are rumored to be using children and families as shields for their missiles. Should we all try to, first of all, avoid conflict? The Hamas initiated this. So again, this has to be something where we try to have a two-state solution. That we have to support. We have to support Abbass and his role as leader there. We have to support Iron Dome to protect the Israelis from the missiles. We have to support the Palestinians and what they need. And we have to confer with the Qataris, who have told me over and over again that Hamas is a humanitarian organization. Maybe they could use their influence to
the U.S. thinks they're a terrorist organization, though, correct to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we've had that discussion. Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, we got to break this down here. We're going to cover this. I mean, I swear to God, why isn't somebody in Congress take this woman aside? So you ever make another stupid comment like what you just made right there on television, you're going to be out of here. We're going to kick you out of our party. Do they do that? No. They pat her on the back. Way to go, Nance. Way to go, Nance. Boy, you're a real trooper. And the way she's spitting and sputtering. I hate when she does that. Jesus Christ, start your motor and spit it out already, you idiot. First of all, any missile that comes from someplace has a return address. Really? Wow. You see, I'm sitting over here and I didn't know that. I did not know that. Thank you for telling me. There, Nance. See, because I'm stupid. I won't know something like that. I don't have enough noodles in my head to figure something out like that. I need you, of all people, to tell me. that when a missile is shot, that it has a return address. Really? We really need you to tell us this? Huh, sweetie? This is intelligent conversation? What are you, kidding me? This is what offends me the most about people, thinking that they are so intelligent. They're so intelligent and we're so stupid that they need to tell us something like this. I find that very offensive when somebody always tries to tell you what you already know. They know it, so they've got to tell you because they've already assumed that you don't know it. They're the only ones that know it. They're the intelligent ones. They're not intelligent. You're an idiot. Only the elite can have this wisdom. And you peasants, you don't know anything until I tell you that you know it. I don't like being talked down to. It just pisses me off. I know it's small potatoes here. I know I'm splitting hairs, but I'm really not. I'm really not. On the surface, it may seem splitting hairs. But underneath, it's not. It's not. It's pretty big. And it is offensive. Very offensive. I mean, who the hell do these people think they are? Well, who the hell do these people think we are? And then this is oh my God, we haven't even got to the part that all right, just stop, calm down, breathe, so you can get through this. I told you I'm going to lose it tonight. I'm going to lose it. It's a shame that the Palestinians are using, rumored to be using children and families as shields for their missiles. Excuse me? Rumored? Rumored? That's a rumor? That's a rumor now. Now it's not real. Now it's a rumor. Let me tell you something, sweetheart. That is not a rumor. They are using these children and families as shields. That's not a rumor. But see, she caught herself. Said, well, it's a shame the Palestinians are using, rumored. See, she doesn't want to piss off her base. She wants to get reelected. And her base is supporting Hamas. That's right. The Democratic Party of the United States of America is supporting Hamas. I know there's some that aren't, but it certainly seems like the majority of them are. Why? Again, the brain cannot process this stuff. I don't know. I do not know. But see, she wants to get reelected, and she doesn't want to upset her little base. So she has to throw that. Oh, they're rumored. It's not a rumor. There's no rumor. It's not a rumor. It's fact. And then she has the gall to talk about a two-state solution. Well, first of all, who the hell is the United States to be talking about a two-state solution? A two-state solution should be between Israel and the Palestinians, not the United States. Now, if they can figure out a way to have a two-state solution, that's up to them to figure it out. Who the hell is the United States to force these people into a two-state solution? Would you put a two-state solution? It's not going to be a solution. You really think that Hamas is going to stop? You really think they're going to stop if you had a two-state solution? Plus, it wouldn't be a two-state solution. It would be a three-state solution. People forget about the West Bank. I mean, do you really that Hamas is going to stop if they get their own? They make Gaza and the West Bank their own country? Do you really think they're going to stop firing rockets into Israel? You think they're going to stop kidnapping teenagers and killing them and leaving them in an abandoned car in a field? Really? That's going to put an end to it all? A two-state solution is going to put an end to it. Really? Now this really pisses me off. We have to support Abbass? in his role as leader? Abbass. This is the leader. This is the leader of the Palestinian people, which is basically a leader of Hamas. Well, it's not basic. It is. We have to support this man as his role as leader? No, we do not support Abbass. I mean, how did this woman, why would she say something like this? Why would somebody in our government make a comment like this? I mean, does she understand what she's saying? Does she have any idea, any clue whatsoever of what she actually said? Obviously she doesn't, otherwise she wouldn't have said it. We do not have to support Abbass. Abbass? We don't support him. What the hell is the matter with you? What the hell is the matter with you, Miss Pelosi, you idiot? And then she continues on with her confusion, claiming that we have to support Iron Dome to protect Israel from the missiles. Well, how the hell can you possibly support Abbass, which is Hamas, and then support Israel with their Iron Dome? How do you do that? How do you support both? You don't. This woman's talking out of every orifice of her body and has no clue of what she says in either one of them. We have to support Palestinians for what they need. My God, woman. Breathe. And now we have to confer with the Qataris? Excuse me? We don't confer with the Qataris. We do not confer with the Qataris. We don't confer with anybody. What do you mean confer with the Qataris? Well, these are the people that are holding our Taliban 5. You remember them. They were released from Gitmo to bring home our deserter. And we want to confer with the Qataris? Now, this right here is where this moron flies completely off the edge of the earth. The Qataris have told me over and over again that Hamas is a humanitarian organization. Really? Well, I think it's the first sentence in their charter that says that calls for the destruction of Israel. How many humanitarian organizations call for the destruction of another country? How many? How many humanitarian organizations call for the destruction and the annihilation of another country? Why would this woman say that? How could you possibly say that? How could you say that with a straight face, Miss Pelosi? How the hell do you say that? They are not a humanitarian organization. I don't care what the Qataris tell you. What, because the Qataris tell you that Hamas is a humanitarian organization, you just have to believe it because the Qataris told you? Show me proof that Hamas is a humanitarian organization, and then you got something to talk to me about, sweetheart. Show me the proof. You got the proof? No, you don't. Why? Well, because there isn't any. How many humanitarian organizations store rockets and other heavy weapons in schools and hospitals? How many? Huh? How many humanitarian organizations store weapons in schools and hospitals? How many? Well, obviously only one. It's Hamas. And that's what they do. How many humanitarian organizations put women and children in the direct line of fire, knowing full well that they will be blown to bits, just so they can propagandize the very people that they are attacking? How many humanitarian organizations do that? How many? Exactly. None. Now, I'm going to play this part again here. Not the whole thing, just the last part. Now, I want you to listen to this woman's answer, or should I say, non-answer, I should say. Candy Crowley asked her, well, they're talking over each other, but I had to play it a million times. I don't know if I got it exactly correct. But the U.S. thinks it's a terrorist organization, and then she had the word level in there. I don't know what the hell that meant. Maybe she just misspoke. Or maybe that disgusting creep Nancy Pelosi was talking over her and you couldn't make it out. It's a combination of both. And then she asked, do you? Well, listen to Nancy Pelosi's answer. She doesn't answer the question. Just listen to it.
Listening to a terrorist organization, though, correct to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we've had that discussion. Mm-hmm.
You hear that? She couldn't answer the question. Play it again.
Listening to a terrorist organization, though, correct to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we've had that discussion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She wouldn't answer the question. Do you think Hamas is a terrorist organization? That was basically the question that Candy Crowley asked her. She wouldn't answer it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm is not an answer. Yes is an answer. But she didn't want to answer the question again. She doesn't want to upset her base. She wants a re-election. And then for her to say, well, we've had this discussion before, which in code means, how dare you, Ms. Crowley, ask me that question on live television where you're going to force me to say something and actually admit that Hamas is a terrorist organization. How dare you ask me that question on live television, knowing full well that this is an election year? You can't expect me to answer this question and piss off my base so they don't vote for me. That's what that was. That was a little scolding to Miss Candy Crowley, who dared to ask Nancy Pelosi, who used to be the third in line of our presidency, if she thinks that Hamas is a terrorist organization. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm is not an answer. I mean, my God, I just about reached through my computer today when I was watching this. I want to just reach through my computer and just yeah. Why are these people allowed to make these comments? You know, Candy Crowley, you should have stood up and you should have let her have it. You should have let her have it, Candy. But see, I think deep down inside, Candy, since you're all together, all liberals stick together. I think Candy Crowley believes in it too. Obviously, she didn't hold her feet to the fire. She didn't argue. What, Nancy Pelosi is beyond reproach? Oh, well, I don't want to upset her. I'll never get another interview. Well, you don't have an interview in the first place if you're not going to ask her the tough questions. You're not going to hold her feet to the fire. You're not going to say, hey, Miss Pelosi, is not an answer. What is the answer? Do you think, you, Miss Nancy Pelosi, the minority leader of the House, do you think Hamas is a terrorist organization? Yes or friggin' no. But she wouldn't. Candy Crowley is another coward. Candy Coward. Oh, I've got it right here. The president, he said it was a terrorist act. Oh, no, the president never said that Benghazi was a terrorist act. Still to this day, our president has not said that Benghazi was a terrorist act. Still to this day. Still has yet to admit it. Still to this very day.